I think that car is going to be 2-seat cars. Drill?
No.
Baby?
No.
Baby, drill the Juke.
Fuck.
We're basically fucked. We made it to 𝚆𝚌𝚎𝚎, so we're gonna go see the guys and then we're gonna put the arches on the car and then we're gonna measure what spaces we're gonna need and hopefully we can get these spaces as soon as possible. But why don't we go and get Lee and Jordan? Jordan's there.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, shit on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, someone's gonna help me, nobody like me.
30 mil. 30 million? 30 mil is perfect.
I became more
Check
interested
out
in my bike than my car. I think I'm done with the car already. Like I do want the wheel, so when we can have the wheel I want it, like you say, like maybe
25 millimeter.
That's only 2, isn't it? What was the refurb?
This will definitely do the job. What's up, you guys? Welcome back 3 months later on the channel. I don't want to go into explanation of why I haven't recorded. I tried to keep consistent. I thought I can keep consistent and I couldn't because of the weather. So that's that. But as you've seen before, I've went to 𝚆𝚌𝚎𝚎. I picked up the spaces for the Widebody. So I've got the spaces over there with me. I've got the arches over there. And today, which is March, just beginning of March, I'm gonna start sanding the arches. I'm gonna primer them. I'm gonna wait for them to dry. Then I'm gonna sand them again with sanding paper, wet sanding paper. Then I'm gonna paint them and I'm gonna put the lacquer on them. I've got the paint, exactly the same number as on the Juke, and we're gonna wait them dry. So for me, this is gonna be a couple of days. For you, this is gonna be just minutes. So stay tuned. So we set our workshop. I have protected the floor here, I've protected the bikes. Everything should be okay because I will be spraying. I don't really care about the wardrobes and stuff. Yeah, we don't want to mess up with the nice paint of the bikes. Although that one is going to be wrapped, we still don't want to mess up with the paint of it. As wifey will cut my neck. One of the arches, I will get them all on the table. And yeah, I'm gonna need to start sanding them, but before that I'm thinking of drilling all these holes before I paint them. So I'm gonna drill all the holes for the arches, which are located everywhere around. I've got the bolts somewhere around here. I'll find them when I need them, but yeah, I'm gonna drill all the holes. We're gonna sand them, I'll dry them, clean them, and then we're gonna primer them. In fact, what I'm gonna do before we drill the holes, see that little washer there? That is basically for the bolts. So what I'm gonna do is place the washer in place, and then I'm gonna use it as a jig to drill exactly the whole way it needs to be, so the washer sits everywhere evenly. Yeah, they're all even, they're gonna look nice and OEM. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use 600 wet sanding paper. You don't need a really fine one. I mean, you can use very fine one, but because that's gonna be a primer, I'm just gonna use this one because that's gonna be quicker for me to sand the arches, dry them, clean them, use maybe a spirit after that on top of it so you can get rid of all the oil from my fingers because our skin is very oily. And yeah, then I'm gonna primer them, I'm gonna let them dry. And after that, I'm gonna use maybe 1,500 or 2,000 sanding paper. So you're gonna get that nice finish of the paint without seeing any scratches of the sanding paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start sanding the arch. Man, that took a while. I haven't done this for quite some time, and I tell you what, I am super battered. I kid you not, I'm gonna have a muscle strain on my fingers tomorrow. But yeah, it's all done. It took me probably an hour, and it's really important to get it sunned really well. As you can see, all these little details here, I needed to make sure that they're sanded, because if they're not, the preparation, it won't be good. And once you apply the primer and then the paint, 2 weeks later, you're gonna get it all peeled off. So here in my hand, I've got this primer that I took from 𝚆𝚉𝚐𝚎. It's just, I think, 10 quid or 15 quid, something like that. One, I'm pretty sure is going to be enough. I'll try to cover them as much as I can, probably 2 hands on all of them. And then when I'm sanding them with 2000 wet sanding paper, because it's very fine, it won't really remove the whole primer and should stay on the arches. If I need more, I'm just going to go grab some more. But yeah, let's get started with the primer. Just like that, I managed to cover 2 of the arches. I completed. I'm gonna wait for them to dry a little bit so I can drop them down the floor, because that's the only space I have for actually painting them and not painting everywhere around here in the garage, which we've kind of made it very nice and tidy. So I'm gonna wait them dry a little bit, and then while waiting, I'm gonna get the other ones ready. And this will be a very good moment for you guys to basically subscribe and like to the channel, because you know what, today is free and it doesn't cost you anything just to subscribe to the channel. The time where we wait for everything to dry, then we're gonna sand it again and paint. Stage 2. Paint. Stage 3, go into the car. For me, that's gonna be on the next day. For you guys, it's just gonna be like that. Just like that. We're back, guys. So I have finally completed these arches, all 4. We got the 2 down there, we got these 2. That table is just small for all 4, but we've got all the arches. They're primered and they look super smooth and nice. So I'm gonna go ahead, sand them with a fine wet sanding paper. I'll clean them after that, and then we're gonna paint them.
God wants you better go live it up, cash in the bag, stadium packed, baby I'm back, baby I'm back. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, better rock see on the side, live it up on the attack, baby I'm back. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy.
Alright you guys, we just finished all the arches. They're sanded. I've cleaned them with warm water, I've dried them. I also put the heater on. But man, what sanding that has been. But the hard part now is past, and we're ready basically for paint.
I won't obey. You cannot tell me what I cannot say. I'm here to last, so yeah, I'm here to stay. I'll live each second like my final day. You can't take that away. Got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy.
Man, that lacquer, it looks awesome. Look at the paint. Well, we have done 2 of the arches, all finished, lacquer, fully topped, 2 layers, and it looks awesome, to be honest. I'll get these 2, they should be pretty much dry so I can remove them. I'll put them underneath the table, and we have 2 more to do, and then we're done. Guess what time is it? It's white body time. Juke is getting white body. We have a little bit of good weather and it shall rain in 5 hours, so I better crack on and get this done. That looks nice. Now that's gonna look very white. Well, should be. That is sick. It's a temporary solution because these wheels, I want to change them with the wheels with the dishes. So at the minute we're just going to use the 20mm spacers, and then when I get a chance I'm going to order, I know which wheels, I'm going to order the wheels which won't need any spacers because they're going to be so much offset that they will sit exactly as that wheel and exactly to fill the arches. So at the minute we'll stay like that. I'm pretty sure it's going to look cool, but yeah, let's tie this up. Come on.
No.
Drill.
No.
Drill.
No.
Baby.
No.
Baby, drill the juke.
Fuck.
We might have a problem. The wide body arch for the back, for the front is fine, for the back it has to be cut here. I knew that, so we can open the door. But do we need to open the door? I think that car is going to be 2 seats cars. The arch that I'm gonna put is, it's coming to the bottom here. I'm gonna need to cut it here or a bit lower, but I'm thinking about somewhere here. Something like that. Looks better. There's more cutting than I expected, and but yeah, I'm confident. There's a confidence here. We're cutting now basically the side of the arch, where this side basically it's going to be the door, so that's going to open with the door and that's going to stay on the fender of the car. So yeah, this side needs to lead it too much. Let's do it. The moment of the truth. Would that work or not? We're basically fucked. Oh, so this is the arch basically, and I'll explain for everybody who try to attempt the same thing. I wanted this to be fixed to the door, this to be fixed to the fender, the rear fender, and when you open the door, the arch comes out with the door. My wife came and explained me something, and I thought I know everything, but I don't. I could have actually fit here, and as you can see the door is still closed, so that could be fit here. Notch the other part. You don't need to cut the whole of it. Notch it here all the way. I know the made up holes here and the place for the fixing won't be anymore here, but you can still find a way how to fix it. And basically that stays as a full arch, and no matter how many times you open the door, it don't matter. So rear is not gonna happen this episode. The front, we're okay with the front, but the rear I'm gonna have to order new arches, sand them, primer them, sand them, paint them, and finish it next time. So yes, that's what's up.
But you're gonna try now with the other pair?
I'll try with the other pair now and see how it's actually gonna work, if it's gonna work this way. If not, then I'm gonna need to make some kind of a research and find out what I'm gonna do, because I already make holes in the car. So with the long struggle, where we are, I haven't finished the whole car, and I've got just the front of the Juke done, and this is what we've got basically. I think it looks pretty cool though. I just need to order different arches for the back and install them the way my wife told me to. But I think it looks pretty cool. Let me know, guys, what you think in the comments. Does it look cool? At the front we got the 60mm. At the back we're gonna have the 80mm. But it looks pretty sick even like that without the arches. I gotta be honest with you. Look at the tire, how much it comes out of it. That is so cool. I think we might need a bit more spaces at the front. Super cool. Okay, so that's it for this episode. Please make sure you smash that subscribe button and I'll see you on the next one.